when she came up with Brexit means Brexit, she even got that wrong. The idea that she could trigger it using the royal prerogative without talking to our sovereign elected democratic parliament, the seat of democracy in this country. She even got that wrong. All of the advisors, all of the campaigners, all of the geniuses who've been lying through their teeth for the best part of this year, they couldn't even come up with a fatuous slogan to describe what was going to happen next without effectively breaking the law of the land or acting in direct contravention of the law. Do you want to hear the relevant bit? Because you're going to get a lot of crudola in the course of the next few hours. You're going to get a lot of people throwing all sorts of nonsense at you. I don't think you'll get many people with their eyes open and their fingers nodding their ears saying, "You lost, get over it," to people who seem upset by this judgment. "You lost, get over it." I mean, that would be ridiculous to go down that route of criticism, even though so many people on the other side of the argument have seemed to find it an attractive path. Here's the crucial bit of the judgment. These are the things that I think proper journalists should be giving you, the actual nuts and bolts of reality rather than the fatuous headlines and the meaningless opinions. In what is still the leading account, an introduction to the law of the Constitution by the constitutional jurist Professor A.V. Dicey, he explains that the principle of parliamentary sovereignty means that Parliament has, and I quote, from page 38 of the 8th edition published in 1915, if you really want to know, Parliament has the right to make or unmake any law whatever, and further that no person or body is recognised by the law as having a right to override or set aside the legislation of Parliament. Just when you think our country cannot get any more bonkers, we discover that all the people who've been bleating about parliamentary sovereignty for the whole of 2016 don't know what it means. They actually don't know what it means. These ludicrous belches about sovereignty and control coming from people who actually don't know what it means. They've probably never heard of A.V. Dicey. Amongst other things, this statement there, this simple precedent there, has the corollary that it cannot be said that a law is invalid as being opposed to the opinion of the electorate. It doesn't matter about referenda, because as a matter of law, and I quote again, the judges know nothing about any will of the people except insofar as that will is expressed by an act of Parliament. Cameron didn't think this would come back to haunt him because he didn't think he'd lose. You cannot enact a law unless that will of the people is expressed by an act of Parliament, and would never suffer the validity of a statute to be questioned on the ground of its having been passed or been kept alive in opposition to the wishes of the electors. So now you know, okay? Sovereignty, parliamentary sovereignty, democracy demands that the people we elect to run our country and to scrutinise the government have the final say on what the country does. And if you're still clinging to the notion that you voted to leave the European Union in possession of anything that even remotely resembles the facts, well, I can't help you. You need to listen to someone else. You really do. I mean, go and put on some propagandist. Because if you think you voted in possession of truth, honesty and facts, then you're a banana. Whether you're a bent one or a straight one is a conversation for another day.